lobby. You're standing below a flat roof. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to look at that upstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the roof lines feed down to that flat roof. And over the years, they've tried to repair and try to make sure water doesn't enter the building. And what we've been told is you need to completely redesign that roof. There's no way of making that design work, but there's too much water coming down. So this is one of the spaces it comes through. Elevated mechanical room. Luckily, the mechanical system is elevated. The big concern here is that this should be fire-rated walls and ceilings, meaning that it will stop fire for 3 to 4 hours, typically, is the rating on it. This gets washed out every time it rains. Put it through the building to make sure there's lots of fresh air in the building. And what's the concern is, the fresh air actually comes through a louvered space over there. Comes in here, but it's coming across this space above us, and that's not putting good air through the building. 3 staff members, 3 full-time staff members. We now have 2.5, but there were 3 full-time staff members, and this was the desk they were supposed to work at, do all of their functionality. So over the years, we've had to create some staff spaces for them. The children's librarian's office, we've created a closet office for her. You can take a peek in there. Right, this is Linda's office, and she's very welcoming, but her office is where the children's staff prepare for programs. So if they were having a craft program or a story hour, summer reading club activities, the volunteers work here, the staff works here. These are the pumps for our mechanical system that are running our heating and cooling. In the summer, it can get to be 100 degrees in here as these pumps are going. Also, the water what's behind us is the courtyard, the outer facing wall of the courtyard. The water, that was excavated in 1979. Water pours down behind this wall here. When it's really heavy rain, they have to come in and pull things away from the wall. And way back in the corner here, in the very back, there's another one of those louvers to let fresh air. So it's coming off the roof, coming down the pipe, and in a louver back there. What we've been told when we have duct work done, cleaning done, is that there's standing water in that duct work. So one air handling unit, we're going across mold, one we're going through past standing water. Issues in terms of aisle width. This is the one children's bathroom we have, and it's nice to have it in the children's room, but there's no space for a changing table. It's not handicap accessible. What often happens is moms or dads will take a little one into the bathrooms, the big bathrooms where the changing tables are, and that might mean they're leaving a toddler behind in here. We don't want to encourage anything like that. We want a 1979 edition. A couple of things here in terms of design. One is the structural capacity of this building. In 1979, when they finished construction, they were delayed a number of months in opening because they couldn't get an occupancy permit because there was concern about the weight load capacity of what's up above us. It wasn't adequately calculated to accommodate what was above, including the weight load of the books on the shelves. So they came back and they added some things. They added all of these uprights. There's a row of them here, and there's a row you can see here. They're encased metal inside there. Yeah. They also added some of the beams. You can see the spans have the steel, added the pink steel that's on there. They added that to kind of make sure. But all this was added in the sense for what's above us, or what was above us in 1979, where the shelving arrangement was. Meaning you have little flexibility. The other aspect is the structural capacity of the kind of the superstructure. You can't go up on this space. You can't put a second floor above us. It's not this building is not designed. So we could offer a lot more computers, but we don't have the space to implement them. We do about, right now on the hardwired computers, we do about 1,500 uses a month. And we have netbooks we loan out for people to use with our wireless, and also people just bring in their own netbooks, their own laptops and stuff. This is her office. And again, no workspace considered, so they created a little office right here, but it impedes workflow, which is not a good thing. Also, services have changed over the years. Back when, in 1979, the amount of sharing we were doing with other libraries was pretty minimal. It might have been, Nancy, maybe 800 items a year we were borrowing from other libraries, maybe even less, maybe even less. Last year we borrowed from other libraries about 42,000 items for Shrewsbury residents. And what happens is they come in every morning, in a big box like this, and you might have 8, 12 boxes that are kind of just piled up here. And the staff have to work on them. Each item comes out, gets checked in to find out who it's waiting for, but gets put on the hold shelf. And in the morning here, it is just, just really hectic trying to find, space to work, people working around each other, trying to get it out on the floor in time for patrons. This is a quiet area. As you can imagine, that other part of the building is really noisy. That the design of the roof, everything just echoes. So this is the one space the trustees have designated for quiet. This used to be the teen area, and that's where that Eagles did the switch. So now it's our science fiction collection.